Welcome back. It's Dr. Guy with Project Wellness Company. One of the common questions I get is, should I use ice or heat? And the easiest way for me to explain it to you is if it was injured recently within the last 2 months, so I, for injury, use ice. And the reason why is because what ice is going to do is when you're injured, when you roll your ankle, when you hurt your back, when you hurt your shoulder, that inflammatory response in the body, in order to heal it, what it's going to do is the blood vessels, the body's going to send nutrients there, which is what we want. It's going to heal the site. But what we want to do is we want to try to control that inflammation. Too much inflammation is actually bad. Okay, and so by putting ice on it, what it's going to do is it's going to help to decrease some of that inflammation, so it's going to help to regulate that. And then the other piece too is what ice actually would do is it's going to help get the pain out of there. Because when there's inflammation, when there's an injury, it swells up. Sometimes it get really, really firm. And that pressure can be what's actually causing the pain, not the injury itself. And so by putting ice on it, it's going to be really important. Now, to talk on ice packs, a lot of different kinds. Okay, this one right here is the one you pulled out of your lunch pail. Okay, it's super hard. I don't know if I'd want to put that on my back or my neck or actually hold that. The other one too, which is more common that people will have, is a normal ice pack. It's super cold when you put it on there. After 10 or 15 minutes, it's going to be nice and warm, and it actually loses that coolness. Okay, works great, but there's other things that are more beneficial than these two here. One that we have is in the office. A friend of mine who works as a physical therapist assistant in the PT. What he did was he talked me into using Nano Health, and the reason why is these ones you can take and put on the skin, directly on the skin. It's going to sit at about 50 to 55 degrees, and it's going to stay at 50 to 55 degrees for about an hour to an hour and a half. And so the research on these show that actually the healing time happens between 50 and 55 degrees. So when we're at that healing time, we can actually stay there for an hour to an hour and a half, and it's going to get that inflammation out of there. It's going to accelerate the healing times. And the cool things is these are portable. They're straps, so you can take and hook this around the midsection to hold in your low back. You can be active in your day life while using these. So super, super beneficial if it is an acute injury. I for injury corresponds to ice. Now the other one too would be heat. The time to use heat is when it's a chronic thing, where, doc, I've had low back pain for years. I have arthritis. Those different types of issues, heat's actually a good thing, because what happens when we have arthritic changes, the bones are going to be more dense, ligaments and muscles and soft tissue all in around those are going to be very much the same. And so by putting heat on it, it's going to open up the blood vessels, it's going to cause more blood flow there, which is going to get more nutrients there, it's going to get more heat there to help warm those joints up so they don't hurt as bad. So hands, shoulders, different areas. Now we don't want to put heat on an acute injury when it was just injured, because then we'll have too much inflammation in those joints where we want to get that out. So super easy. Just remember, I for ice is injury. If it's a chronic thing, use heat. It's more than fine to use heat. Any more questions, check us out on the web. We got a blog post on this. It explains it in more detail than what I have today. Check it out at projectwellnesscompany.com.